When Honda first teased the return of the CB400 for 2025, excitement rippled across the biking community. After years of speculation, Honda is positioning the CB400 not just as a throwback, but as a serious contender in the midweight naked standard class. It aims to blend classic styling cues with modern tech and everyday usability. At its core, this new CB400 is built around a 399 cubic centimeters inline-four, liquid-cooled, 16-valve DOHC engine, a layout longtime fans of the CB400 Super 4 will recognize. In fact, the older CB400 SF used a similar spec arrangement. The power output is reported around the typical 53 horsepower mark per Japan's internal displacement class constraints, with torque optimized in the mid-range for street ability. The transmission is a 6-speed unit, with a wet multi-plate clutch and chain drive. In terms of chassis, Honda is sticking with a steel tubular frame or possibly a hybrid that retains traditional geometry tuned for neutral handling. Suspension duties are handled by a telescopic front fork and dual rear shocks, probably with adjustable preload, paying homage to the classic look while still aiming for modern ride quality. Braking is expected to feature dual front discs and a rear disc, with ABS as a standard safety feature. Performance-wise, the CB400 is not about screaming top speeds, it's about versatility. The inline-four promises smooth revving, snappy throttle response, and a character that encourages you to keep the revs up. In urban riding, it should be nimble and composed. On the highway, it should remain stable while offering enough punch to cruise confidently. Expect a top speed in the range of 180 to 190 km/h or close to that, given class constraints and strong mid-range torque for overtaking. One of the key elements in real-world usability will be the ride comfort and ergonomics. The seat height is reported to be in the ballpark of 750 to 770 mm, making it accessible to a wide range of riders. Wet weight should remain competitive, perhaps in the 190 to 200 kg range, keeping it practical for day-to-day use and occasional spirited rides. Fuel capacity may be somewhere around 18 liters, similar to previous CB400 models. Now, onto design, and this is where the CB400 really wants to turn heads. Honda seems to have struck a balance between retro charm and modern refinement. The silhouette is clean and muscular, a round LED headlight with DRL ring, a teardrop-style modern fuel tank, a subtle rear cowl fender, and a minimalist tail section. The instrument cluster may well be a blend of analog-digital, or a fully digital display with retro styling cues like circular dials or accent rings. Expect styling elements such as exposed frame rails, classic round mirrors, side covers with minimal badging, and subtle bodywork lines that don't overcomplicate the aesthetic. One of the unique selling propositions USPs of the 2025 CB400 is its inline-four in a small class package. In a market where many midweights go twin or triple, Honda is bringing back a smooth, high-revving four-cylinder feel. That apes the spirit of earlier CB400s and gives a character that rivals can't easily replicate. Also, the blend of retro design with modern suspension, brakes, and electronics gives riders both nostalgia and confidence in performance. Another USP is modular adaptability. From what Honda hints, expect the CB400 to accept luggage brackets, accessory fairings, and possibly a semi-faired version or small cafe-style kit in the future, making it versatile for everyday commuting, weekend rides, or light touring. As for pricing, in the US early listings suggest a ballpark of USD 7,390 as a base figure. Of course, that is before local taxes, import duties, and regional markups. In many Asian or European markets, the final on-road price may shift significantly upward depending on tariffs. But it positions the CB400 in competition with similarly spec D midweights, leaning slightly premium due to its four-cylinder heritage. To sum up, the 2025 Honda CB400 is more than a nostalgic rebirth. It's aiming to deliver a refined, character-rich ride in a segment that's hungry for personality. With a smooth four-cylinder, modern brakes and suspension, timeless styling, and competitive pricing, it's a compelling choice for the rider who wants a bit of heritage without sacrificing contemporary performance. If Honda executes well on ride refinement and polish, this bike could become a darling in many markets. Alright, that's our deep dive take on the 2025 CB400. In our upcoming video linked below, we'll take one for a spin, test braking, cornering, and measure real-world fuel economy, so don't miss that. If you like this analysis, hit subscribe, leave a comment with what spec you want us to test first, and we'll see you on the road. Ride safe.